I didn't know really what to expect. I'm struggling with time management. I have a lot of extra time, and my parents aren't there to tell me what to do. And I have to learn self-discipline because I'm living on my own.
Yes, everything is going as planned and as I expected, and I am enjoying college.
The first 7 weeks haven't really gone as I expected because I thought I would transition more to college than I did. Like, I get homesick a lot and, like, I like to go home on the weekends, but I just thought it would be no big deal, like, being away from everybody, but it was a big change and it haven't really adjusted yet. And the other one I would say is time management, because I haven't gotten used to, like, having homework due Friday and not having class every day of the week, so it's hard to know when to do your homework and not do it Thursday night, because if you need help, then you're screwed and you can't ask your teacher because it's due the next day.
First 7 weeks have gone pretty much as I expected. It's a little bit more work, and with soccer it's tough to balance everything, but it's not as difficult as I thought it was going to be.
My first 7 weeks of college were interesting. I didn't know really what to expect, but I don't know if they went as expected, because I just expected to be thrown into this life of independence, and I guess that some people handle it better than others, but I feel like I did a pretty good job, so yeah.
Living with two other roommates is different because I'm used to living on my own and being able to do what I want, and it's a lot tighter of space now.
I haven't really had to adjust because I was lucky enough to have a great roommate.
I didn't really have to adjust much coming into sharing a room with two roommates because I shared a room with my sister back home, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But the only difference is, like, being able to go to bed when I want to, because, like, when my one roommate sometimes doesn't come in the room until, like, 1 o'clock in the morning, and, like, I like to go to bed early, so that's a little bit hard. But other than that, it's really not a big deal, and I love my roommates, so it wasn't that hard because I already shared a room before.
My roommate Preston's a trip. I mean, it was weird because he fits so well with me. I'm kind of shy, and then he's really outgoing, so it helped me meet a lot of people. Sometimes we struggle to deal with each other, but a lot of time it's good, and it's good to meet new people that way.
Okay, so living with someone that you never knew is totally, like, a challenge, but, I mean, like, my biggest thing is that if you have an issue, like, communicate it. Don't keep it to yourself. Talk to them about it before it gets out of hand, and don't let any little thing build up, because it turns into a really big problem, and then you have, like, issues, and you don't want that. So just talk to them. It's cool.
The classes compared to high school classes are a lot different because the teachers don't really look out for you, and you have to kind of do things on your own, and if you have questions, they're not going to seek you out. You have to seek the teacher out, and you have to do a lot more work outside of class than inside of class.
I care a lot more about classes now than I did my senior year because these classes matter a lot more and there's a lot more work than in high school.
I wouldn't say that the classes are really that much harder, but, like, you have to put more time into it. Like, the workload is just so much more, but you don't realize it because you yourself have to put time into it, rather than, like, the teacher doesn't give you a study guide all the time and, like, write things on the board. So it's more of, like, just you remembering to do everything, and it's hard because you don't meet every day. So it's, like I said again, it's like time management, and it's not like high school, because high school you go to school every day and the teachers remind you when things are due, but high school or college you have to read the syllabus and know what you're doing.
It's a little different because the classes aren't like the general ed type stuff we took in high school. Like, I have business classes and like FYE and wellness, but overall it's just the note taking is a little different lecture style, but it's not that much harder, or different, I should say.
Classes that I took in high school, some of them were pretty easy and some of them were really hard. I took a lot of college classes my senior year and my junior year, so I was kind of ready for the workload. So for me, the classes are the same, and to be honest with you, I worked harder my senior year than I am doing right now, but I did a lot more extracurricular stuff. So for me, I worked harder my senior year, but I mean, I'm sure, like, classes are difficult. You definitely just have to do your homework before you do anything else, and just manage your time right, and there won't be that hard. Just go to class and pay attention. Don't text.
Some advice that I would give to the incoming freshmen is to learn time management now rather than later, because it's going to be hard to adjust when you get there, and learn how to study now because it'll benefit you when you get here.
Drink a lot of coffee, naps are your best friend, and don't mess up.
I would say start preparing now, because last year at this time I was like, oh, I have plenty of time, and then I realized, wow, I really need to get applications in, I need to do all these things, and it was just, I feel like I was so rushed and I wasn't prepared for college at all. So I would say start preparing now and knowing when your things are due, and try to do things on your own rather than always going to the teachers, because the teachers will not come to you at college. You have to go to their office hours. You have to set up appointments with them. It's all on you, and that's the biggest thing that it's hard to get used to, because they'll give you a syllabus and they expect you to read it, and they're not going to remind you all the time. They don't write things on the board. It's your job to take care of yourself.
If I had to give a senior in high school one piece of advice, it'd definitely be to learn time management. Because in college, you don't have your mom there telling you what to do, get your homework done. You have to do it all on your own. So learn time management and you'll definitely be more successful.
If I were to give a senior a piece of advice, it would be to have fun, but to work really, really hard at your academics. You can get a lot of money through scholarships if you get good grades. So I would say to work really, really hard academically, and take as many college classes as you can, because the credits that transfer, if they transfer, could literally save you thousands of dollars, and you might graduate early if you have enough of them. So work hard and stay in school.
So everyone has a different college experience from the beginning, but a point that was hit home a lot was to make sure you have good time management skills and to stay focused. And personally, that's a big issue for me too. So, yeah, I'm going to keep working on it.